And if you look at the radar screen from last week, we already had a sell signal on the pound Aussie below the structural point, which is 149.80. That was our selling point from last week. It has closed the week at 148.28, so that was a pretty good move for the pound Aussie, and it is also an indication for the strength of the Aussie dollar. Now looking at this chart here, we are definitely in a bear market with regards to the pound Aussie. We should be looking for this thing to continue lower. We closed the week at 148.28. We have a big structural point at 147.58. We also have a small significant point of 147.82. And the reason I'm pointing this out is it exactly like what happened in the pound CAD. We have something like this, and then it reverses itself and gives us an explosive move to the upside. Here is what's happening in this area. Nothing has responded. And as you can see, in March, when we traded below the 157, we turned around and we had a big push to the upside. So right here we're just sitting at those two structural points, and therefore if you look also at the close, which is 28, is that close by itself is a major sell signal. This is not just a sell signal, it is a major sell signal. So since I have a sell signal, my bias is to the downside, and my long entry is easy and identified, which means it has to be above these highs. If this thing is going to go up, it has to take out these highs, because if this is what it failed to do on the week on Friday. It went above these highs and it has failed. Therefore I have a sell signal. Now I will only buy it if it gets above these highs. And there on your intraday, there are your highs. You got 3-day highs over here which failed 1, 2, 3, actually 4, and there you see them here. So therefore your buying point is there. That is your buying point above 148.50. And if it does, as you can see, when it went above 148.50, we had a move, and this is where it came and stopped. Therefore, I'm going to use that as to identify my stop. So my stop is below 148.20, and my structural long point is the 149.82. That's on the long side. So let me put these first, and then I'll come back and do the. So for the pound Aussie, I'm going to buy it above 148.50, and my stop is going to be 148.20, and my structural long point is the 149.82. On the short side, The short is pretty tricky. We will short it below this below the 147.99 because that's the lowest structure that we had in the intraday, and therefore this is what held the market on Friday. So if I'm going to go short, I want something that would resume a decline. Therefore, I'm going to take the short below the 147.99, and if I do my stop, I'm going to use the 148.20 as a stop, so I'm risking about 20 pips on the long and the short. So the 148.20 is going to be my long and short stop. So I am going to go short below 147.99, and my stop is going to be the 148.20, the same. My long stop and the short stop is the same, and my structural short point is now the 147.82. So for the pound Aussie, I'm going to go long above 148.50. My structural long point is 149.82, so we got about 150 pips to the upside if we're lucky. And we have a structure, and my stop is the 148.20. On the short side, we're going to go short below 147.99, and if I do, my stop is the same for the long and the short, 148.20, and I have a structural short point which is the 147.82. And just for reference, you must put your structural points on the chart like that, so you can see what happens. And this is, and you can see that the distance between the short point and the structure is pretty close. Okay, so this is the pound Aussie. So let me save this. Now let me ask you a question, guys. I mean,